In today's video, I'll be taking you to one of the most scenic walks I've had so far in Switzerland, starting with a ride on a classic cogwheel train, seeing Alpine meadows, admiring snow-covered mountain, overlooking turquoise lake, and where tradition really is on the top of the Swiss Alps. This is Schynige Platte. Our journey started from Interlaken West by taking bus 105 to Wilderswil. The travel time is 14 minutes and we use our Interlaken Visitors Card for free travel. We also use our Interlaken Visitors Card to get a discount on the railway journey to Schynige Platte. The platform is easy to find as you just follow the signs and head towards the old cogwheel train with the name Schynige Platte on it. The tickets are inspected before you get on the train, and then it's just a case of finding an empty seat in one of the carriages. The seats are face-to-face bench style and seat 6 people in each carriage. The trains run every 35 minutes between late May to late October, although this is subject to change, so it's always best to check the website for any updates before making your journey. The journey takes just over 50 minutes and pretty much straight away, the views from the train are amazing. And although they are enjoyable from both sides, I would recommend sitting on the right hand side to get the best views of the valley and the lakes. At the time of our journey, the discount was 30%, and that made the cost of a return journey of 44 Swiss francs per person, a saving of 20 Swiss francs. We also had the option of a discount using our Interrail pass, although this was only 25%, so of course we choose the 30% discount. Once at the station, there is an information board showing the layout of the area and the walks which are available. We choose the short hike, which is marked as number 2 panorama weg over Berghorn walk and would take less than 2 hours. But before starting to walk, it's well worth taking in the view from the train platform. From the platform, you can see down into Grindelwald and of course the famous mountains of the Eiger, Munch and Jungfrau. The top still covered in snow even in June. Before heading off for a scenic walk, it is well worth taking a look around the Alpine garden. There are a couple of ways to enter, but the main way is directly from the train platform, just by the small shop. Entry is included in the cost of the train ticket, although we couldn't see any information about the cost if you don't have a train ticket. The garden is a very special botanical site with over 750 species of native Swiss alpine plants growing in their natural habitat, and is run by the Schynige Platte Alpine Garden Society, who also work closely with the Geobotanical Institute and the Botanical Garden of Bern University. The main path around the garden is 420 meters long, with the side paths making the route about 1 kilometer, meaning a tour can take between 30 minutes to 4 hours, depending on how you want to spend looking at the plants. There are name plaques by each species to help identify the plants as you guide yourself around the garden, although paid for guided tours are available upon request and are subject to a fee. After viewing the Alpine garden, we started off on our hike and began on the low path below the garden in the direction of the Overberghorn, which is the large column of rock which can be seen on the ridge. The hiking routes in Switzerland are very well signposted with yellow way markers. These are changed to magenta in winter, which shows the direction of the destination and often with the estimated time it will take. In addition, there are colored markers which indicate the difficulty of the route. In this case, it has the red and white marks, meaning it has more significant elevation gains and losses than a typical pedestrian trail, which have rocky and uneven paths. Upon reaching the base of the Overberghorn, we would turn to the left and carry on. However, we saw that there's a nice view, so we turned right towards Fulham first and stop along the ridge to appreciate the view over Interlaken and the two lakes of Thun and Brienz. Walking towards Fulham first, you will notice few people stopping by to admire the view of Interlaken, Lake Thun and Lake Brienz. Please take extra care when on this area because it's very close to the cliff. After taking in the view, we retraced our steps and carried on past the base of Overberghorn. There's an option to walk up to the top of Overberghorn. However, it was hot weather and we thought the views wouldn't be that different. Maybe if we return on a cooler day, we might take a detour to the top. Here there's an option to take a quick route back to Schynige Platte, which takes 25 minutes, or continue along the ridge, which takes 40 minutes and passes through some nice meadows and by the vantage point of Dobe, also known as Stupa. This was perhaps the most difficult uphill part of the walk, but was always rewarded with more stunning views over the valley below and out towards the mountains. For me, this is the most scenic part of the walk as it really shows what I imagine an alpine landscape to look like. Admiring snow-covered mountain, turquoise lake and colorful meadows. So far, this is one of the most beautiful walks I had in Switzerland and hoping to experience more of this kind. So if you have any recommendations, please comment down below and I will try to arrange in my next trip. Upon reaching Dobe, which was the highest point of our walk at 2,076 meters, we found a sitting area and took a rest to eat our lunch. It seems like a popular spot to take a rest and it became apparent why once we started back on our way. The zigzag route here is quite steep and if you're walking up this way, it would be quite challenging, so I would recommend to take the same route in the direction that we did to avoid this steep walk. After a few minutes, we arrived back at Schynige Platte and walk along the hotel and restaurant. The restaurant offers table service or self-service and has a panoramic sun terrace to enjoy the views of the Bernese Alps. The hotel also has some Alphorn players who greet guests throughout the day between 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Listening to the tune of Alphorn complements the end of our walk, and truly Schynige Platte is really the top of Swiss tradition. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more Getaways with Noel. Thank you for watching.